Welcome to Unsolicited, where I make videos about things that nobody asked me to. 2022 has come to an end. Another year over. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like time moves way faster than it used to. Now it's about to be 2023, which sounds disgusting. I don't do odd numbers, but we move. Time is moving. We getting old. Got one pinky toe in the grave already. Like, it's sad. And tell me why another year done went by and I still ain't win the Powerball. I still ain't on a yacht in Dubai in a thong. Still haven't been wifed by a basketball player. Like, I find it truly disrespectful that I'm being disregarded in this way, but whatever. Enough about me. Today I want to recap all the tea of 2022 from the biggest news stories, music, movies, TV, fashion, all the things. Okay, so boom, to start off with a bang, or a hit rather, the Oscars. Will Smith really got up on stage at the Academy Awards and rocked Chris Rock after he made a G.I. Jane joke about Jada Pinkett's bald head. This sounds like a fever dream, but it was really real life. As a result of his conduct, Will is banned from the Oscars for 10 years. He lost some deals. He did a little weak Instagram apology to Chris and the Academy. He went off the grid for a while and re-emerged to promote his movie Emancipation. Chris has been pretty mute about the situation, but he does have a new Netflix special coming out in 2023, so we'll see if he talks about it in that. Speaking of healing, you know who needs some healing? Kanye West. What a year it was for him. His name was in the press every week. He was just reckless on the internet this year. Earlier this year, when Kim was dating Pete Davidson, he was on the internet acting a fool. Their divorce was officially finalized in March, and Kanye couldn't handle Skeet being with his girl. He was insulting Pete publicly, released a song with a line about wanting to beat him up. He was boo-hooing about co-parenting issues online, meanwhile dating Kim lookalikes, and he also had a short-lived relationship with Julia Fox. At the moment, Kanye is canceled after going down a spiral of poor decisions. In October, he and Candace Evans were spotted wearing White Lives Matter t-shirts at his Yeezy show. From then on, he made multiple anti-Semitic remarks, leading to him getting dropped by Adidas, Gap, Balenciaga, the list goes on. They even took his wax figure down at Madame Tussauds in London, and according to Forbes, he is no longer a billionaire. He also made a distasteful comment questioning the death of George Floyd, and then in the apology had the nerve to say he knows what it feels like to have a knee on his neck. The things that come out of this man's mouth are unreal. He has single-handedly ruined his own life, and it's sad to see his gradual downfall. He's so different now than how he was back in the day, like how we saw him in his Netflix documentary Genius, which also came out this year. I always wonder what the turning point was for him. Like, was it when his mom died? Was it the Kardashians? Speaking of the Kardashians, they also had an eventful year like they do every year. Kim lost a bunch of weight to wear Marilyn Monroe's dress to the Met Gala, still couldn't fit in it and left it damaged. She was also dating Pete Davidson this year, but they broke up, most likely because Kim was trying to have fun and Pete was over here with her name branded, kids' names tatted, just too much. Ray J exposed Kim and Chris for orchestrating the home movie that launched Kim's career. He had the receipts and everything. He didn't come to play. He showed us the whole contract. Blac Chyna attempted to sue the Kardashians for getting Rob & Chyna canceled, but she lost the case. Kourtney and Travis got married. Kylie had a no-name baby this year. His original name was Wolf, but the name totally didn't fit him. It just wasn't him. So they changed his name and never told us what it was. Also, the baby's almost a year old and we've never seen his face, which is so interesting because we saw Stormi straight out the dome. You never really see the boys of the family that much. It's so interesting. Khloe also had a baby this year via surrogate with her cheating baby daddy Tristan. Trashton is the scum of the earth because while going through the surrogacy process with Khloe, he knew that he had another baby on the way. Just disgusting. It was giving very much, these are my confessions. Just when I thought I said all I can say, my chick on the side said she got one on the way. These are my confessions. Speaking of babies, if anybody was worried about the human race dying out, don't be afraid because strong warrior soldier Nick Cannon is single-handedly populating the earth one baby mama at a time. Nick Cannon has fathered 11 children, 4 of which were born just this year, and he has one on the way due in 2023. So he's already starting off the year nice and strong, starting off the tally. Not to mention Rihanna's baby in the same breath as Nick Cannon, but Rihanna had a baby this year who was so cute. She and Rocky announced it in the cutest way, and she set off a whole pregnant fashion trend this year. Jhené Aiko and Big Sean welcomed their baby Noah this year. We love that for them. So cute. Adrienne Bailon and her husband Israel welcomed a baby via surrogate after years of struggling with infertility. So happy for her. Keke Palmer announced that she's pregnant while hosting SNL, and I'm so happy for her. But if you're a 2000s kid like me, it's so strange to see True Jackson VP with child. And the most shocking of them all, at 53 with 6 grown kids, Diddy welcomed a newborn baby in October named Love. Just out here embarrassing Shawty Wap. With all these pregnancies and newborns, it seems like everybody was shooting up the club this year, if you know what I mean. Speaking of shootings, Tory Lanez was found guilty of shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot back in 2020 after leaving a party at Kylie Jenner's house. He's now facing up to 20 years in prison. Tory had been heavily denying that he shot Megan since it happened. Megan was being accused of being a liar. In fact, during the trial, Megan said that she wished Tory would have just shot and killed her so she wouldn't have to deal with the public humiliation that she's had to endure these past 2 years. But now justice is served and Daystar Peterson's bite-sized self is finna get locked up. Justice is rightfully served in the Tory and Meg case, but for WNBA player Brittney Griner, her situation was all kinds of wrong. Brittney was detained at a Russian airport back in February after they found traces of cannabis in her vape pen. She was detained for several months, had to undergo a trial to which she pleaded guilty to, and was sentenced to 9 years in Russian prison. Russia is very harsh on drugs and has no tolerance for cannabis. However, after a long, hard fight, the United States negotiated a prisoner swap. They exchanged Brittney Griner for a Russian arms dealer, Victor Brout. Rappers Gunna and Young Thug were also arrested this year under conspiracy that the record label YSL was a gang. Their lyrics, social media posts, clothing, and accessories were used against them, and it's historically pretty difficult to beat a RICO case. The arrest of Gunna and Thug sparked a conversation about how artists' expression through their music should not be used against them. In August, a bill was signed in California preventing rap lyrics from being used as evidence in criminal cases. While in jail, Gunna and Thug were forced to live under inhumane conditions, basically being in solitary confinement, and they were both continuously being denied bond. But this December, Gunna was released from prison after pleading guilty to the RICO case.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
Gunna's plea led to conversations about whether or not he was a snitch, and in my opinion, he was just doing what he had to do to get out of jail, because if he went through that trial, what's the likelihood that he was going to beat that case? Not high. On the other hand, Thug will be undergoing a trial that is set to start in January of 2023, so we'll keep an eye on that, and hopefully other states will follow in the footsteps of California and adopt the RAP Act to protect other music artists. As for music, there were some big moments this year. This year's Super Bowl featured Dr. Dre, Snoop, Mary, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, Anderson .Peak, and 50 Cent upside down huffing and puffing. It was a big moment for hip-hop. The whole performance was iconic. Beyonce released her album Renaissance. It was her first album released in 6 years. The album had all of us feeling like alien superstars. We were all cuffing it on the dance floor. Beyonce is possibly going on tour in 2023, and baby, I got my credit card ready, okay? Drake released his album Honestly Nevermind around the same time as Beyonce's album, and I love Drake, but we were all saying Honestly Nevermind because what was that? The vibes of the album were giving off very much and I wasn't feeling it. But then he redeemed himself by releasing a joint album with 21 Savage called Her Loss. I love the album, every song slaps, and Her Loss turned Drake into a meme. Hey, 21, I can't do something for me. Honestly, Drake is a baddie. Like, he posts like an IG model. He's got the light skin face on lock. We love that for him. SZA recently released her album SOS, and I love every single song, no skips. I mean, maybe I skipped that rock song, but no skips, you get the point. SZA's also going on tour in 2023, and y'all need to now go see her, because why are all the tickets sold out? Why does it cost an arm and a leg to sit in the boondocks? This was also a big year for Latto. She released her album 777, beef with Nicki on Twitter, and also had 130 of her unreleased songs leaked online. And to end this music discussion, here's a priceless moment from Ray J's verses this past summer.
Making love to the break of dawn, me and you to the baby's born, till my baby's born, till my baby's born, till my baby's born.
Moving on, 2022 was the year of makeups, breakups, and cheating scandals. The biggest scandal of the year being Good Morning America anchors Amy Robach and TJ Holmes being exposed for having an affair while the both of them were married to other people. They claimed that the relationship did not start until they were both separated from their spouses, but the plot thickened even further when information came out about TJ having a previous affair with a GMA producer and other co-workers. Amy and TJ have since been pulled from the air and their spots are being replaced while ABC launches their investigation. Adam Levine was exposed for cheating on his wife Behati Prinsloo. Summer Snow took to TikTok to announce that she had a year-long relationship with Adam, saying that she was manipulated and her morals were unknowingly compromised. Amidst the drama, other women came out saying that Adam had sent them flirty messages, and Adam responded to the allegations with this post on his IG story saying that he didn't have an affair but he did cross the line. In other shocking news, Nia Long and Ime Udoka split after 13 years together when Ime was suspended from the Celtics for having an affair with a female coworker. This news was very shocking, and it just goes to show that even if you're a baddie like Nia Long, no one is safe. Another shocking split this year was the divorce of Tia Mowry and her husband Corey Hardrick. They were married for 14 years, but they've been together for over 20. There were rumors that maybe Corey cheated, but those were denied. Nonetheless, it seems like the two of them are remaining amicable for their children. Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey also broke up after a year and a half of dating. There was speculation that maybe Mike was still hung up over his ex and that's why they broke up, but we'll never know the truth. And as we know, Lori don't waste time. She's now being linked to actor Damson Idris. A source claimed that Ryan Destiny and Keith Powers broke up this year. There was even a point in time where Keith was spotted with his ex Saweetie. But Keith and Ryan continued to be spotted out together. Ryan even went on Keith's family vacation to Hawaii for his birthday. So my guess is they probably didn't break up, they just don't want people in their business. You know whose business we're always in though? Krishan Rock and Blueface. I don't even have the energy to do a recap on them. They exhaust me. They're out here tussling in the streets. Blueface had a whole brawl against Krishan's family. He had a whole baby with his baby mama Jaden, who he's been with on and off since high school. Blue gave Krishan a bald spot. Krishan gave Blue a black eye. They also have a new Zeus show that's very ghetto but very entertaining. Speaking of TV shows, Euphoria had everyone in a chokehold at the beginning of the year. Every Sunday, we were all tuned in to see how the Maddie and Cassie drama would turn out. There was also a big debate over the age of Alexa Demi, who we now know is 32. And then it was announced that season 3 of Euphoria wouldn't come out until 2024, which is very rude. And by that time, we all would have forgotten what happened, but whatever. The talk show The Real was canceled this year after 8 seasons on Fox, which I was so sad about because I loved that show, but it wasn't the same after Tamara left. Another talk show canceled was the Wendy Williams show. We all know that Wendy was dealing with some health issues, so she took a hiatus from her show, and her spot was being filled by guest hosts. But now the show is officially canceled and it's been replaced by Sherri Shepherd. But we will forever miss Wendy's messy hot takes on all the celeb drama. We'll also miss those who were tragically taken from us this year. Rappers PNB Rock and Takeoff from the Migos were both victims of gun violence. And with the year coming to an end, there's several things that we should leave in 2022 that don't need to come with us in the new year. Number 1, bleached eyebrows. Because why? Because why? That's all I have to say. Laminated brows. Personally, I don't like the way the hairs stick up. I think it looks good on some people, but on others, it's giving the Grinch. Another thing we need to leave in 2022 is oversharing on the internet, because why was there so many debates about how many washcloths you use in the shower, how many times do you shower, do you use a loofah in the shower, are you dirty if you use a loofah? B. Simone told us that she doesn't shower every day and the internet just could not handle it. Bottom line, we don't care how often you shower, when you shower, how many loofahs, how many washcloths, as long as you're not musty, like, I'm good. Another thing, the spread thin trend on TikTok, where everyone's airing out their trauma about how their baby daddy cheated on them, ran over them with a car, killed their whole family, and they still took them back. Yeah, we need to dead trends like that in 2023. A lot of y'all need therapy and healing, and hopefully we can find all that in 2023. Well, that's it. That's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things that YouTubers be telling people to do, and I'll see you next time. Bye!